Hello my dear students, welcome back to my channel. The last video we discussed about the enzymes required for rDNA technology, recombinant DNA process. Now in this video I will be discussing first about separation and isolation of DNA fragments. That is the fragments which are obtained by using restriction endonucleases. There are different sizes of fragments are obtained depending upon which restriction enzyme is used. There are different sizes of DNA fragments can be obtained, and these DNA fragments must be separated. So the separation technique for DNA fragments is gel electrophoresis. Gel electrophoresis. So this technique helps in separation based on their size and based on the charge. DNA is a negatively charged molecule. So the fragments move towards the positive. That means movement is from cathode to anode in the presence of a gel, and of course a electric field is passed. So from cathode to anode. So this electrophoresis uses a gel called as by agar-agar gel obtained from a seaweed, that is Gracilaria, or from Gelidium belonging to family Rhodophyceae. So this from this algae, this agar-agar gel is obtained. This gel will be porous in nature and it gives the sieving effect. It gives the sieving effect. That means it helps in easy movement of these fragments from anode to cathode to anode. So there will be easy movement of fragments based on their size. The fragments which are of smaller size will move faster. They reach the cathode faster. And fragments which are of bigger size, they remain at the initiating point or the starting point. So here a glass dish is taken. A glass dish is taken filled with the agarose gel. It is filled with agarose gel. Towards the starting point, 4 wells are made with a comb. With a comb, 4 wells are made. These are the wells which are made at the starting point. With the help of a comb is taken, and the 4 wells are made, named as a first, second, third and fourth. First well is taken as a control. That means here no restriction enzyme is used. It is taken as a control. So no restriction enzyme, only DNA mixture is put in this first one. The second, third and fourth DNA mixture treated with different restriction enzymes is used. So each restriction enzyme can divide the DNA, cut the DNA into different sizes of the fragments. So according to the sizes, they move towards the cathode. This side will be the cathode, and starting this will be anode. So if we observe, say control, first one is control. So DNA fragment, only one DNA fragment will be present and it remains only in one position. But if we observe the other 3 wells where DNA fragments are treated with different restriction enzymes, we can find different sizes of fragments. The smaller is the size, it will move faster, it will be away from the starting point. The bigger is the one, it will be more closer to the starting point. Similarly with the other wells, it can also, the sizes of fragments can also be different. So in this way we get all the fragments which get separated on this gel. They are able to move through the gel because of the sieving effect given by the gel. So once they move towards the other end, they get separated based on their size. Now after the separation of these fragments, next the fragments have to be visualized. They can be they have to be visible. So these fragments are not visible because of their colorless nature and even transparent gel. So to make them visibility. So to make them visible, these fragments, these DNA fragments or this gel is treated with a dye, a stain called as ethidium bromide. It is treated with this stain called as a, or a dye called as a ethidium bromide, which is a dark color, dark brown color dye. And then when all the gels, all the DNA fragments get this stain, then they are observed under ultraviolet light. When they are treated with ultraviolet light, then the DNA fragments, they can be observed as orange colored bands. Orange colored bands. Thus, they can be separated and they can be observed. Now, once the DNA fragments are separated according to their size, now for further technique, because these DNA fragments next they have to be introduced into a vector, and from the vector they have to be introduced into a host cell. So for that, first these DNA fragments have to be separated from the gel. So the separation of DNA fragments from the gel, that is called as a technique called as elution. Elution is a technique where the gel piece is removed. From the gel piece, the DNA fragment can be removed. It is done by dissolving the gel in different solvents so that DNA fragment can be easily separated. So once the DNA fragment is separated, then it will be ready and it can be used for further processing. This is what is the separation and isolation of DNA fragments. So here I conclude my video here. Next video I will be discussing about the cloning vectors. So that's all for now. Have a good day, children, and please, if you are watching for the first time, please subscribe my channel so that you will get all updates for all my future videos. Thank you very much.